Hello everyone. I had originally planned to visit Kazokum to enjoy the stunning mountain scenery and reconnect with my old friend Hassan, an experienced hunter. However, as soon as I arrived, he eagerly pulled me into a hunting trip. Kazokum is famous for its dense forests and rugged terrain, making it an ideal hiding place for wild boars. Are you ready to join in on the wild boar hunting adventure? If you're ready, leave a comment with the number 1. My relaxing trip suddenly turned into a real hunt, making me wonder who the hunter and who the prey truly were today. Luckily, I arrived in the Gazilkum mountain range of Turkey right at the start of wild boar hunting season. Hassan generously equipped me with a brand new hunting rifle and plenty of ammunition, all set for an exciting chase. As soon as we arrived, we quickly set up our positions. Wild boars were plentiful in this area, so we didn't have to wait long. Suddenly, one rushed right in front of us. Despite running, its speed was only around 15 km/h, not fast enough to escape our sights. Seizing the opportunity, we fired several shots and brought the target down on the spot. We continued to lie in ambush in the forest. Suddenly, my walkie-talkie crackled with Hassan's voice. The wild boars were getting close. Down at the foot of the mountain, a herd of wild boars charged through, shaking the entire forest. Seeing the perfect opportunity, I immediately took a shot at the lead boar, but the wild boar was fast, darting into the thick brush to avoid being tracked. When another one appeared, I took another shot. The bullet hit its mark, and the wild boar collapsed into the thick brush, marking another success in this thrilling hunt. Hassan and I continued to track and block their path. From different angles, the wild boars unknowingly ran straight into the trap we had set. The sound of gunshots echoed repeatedly, and we couldn't help but laugh at their foolishness. The thrill of taking down a target was truly exhilarating. I was completely caught up in this hunt. Before we could celebrate, I spotted another wild boar moving near the foot of the mountain. I focused and took aim, but I couldn't bring it down immediately. After 2 consecutive shots, the boar still escaped into the thick brush. We didn't give up and moved down the hillside to check. I waited and fired another shot to ensure it wouldn't have a chance to survive. From the mountaintop, I spotted another potential target. A herd of wild boars appeared and disappeared in the thick foliage. This time, it was Hassan's turn to fire, but the boar managed to escape. However, just seconds later, Hassan took a perfect shot, bringing down a few more that were trying to flee. Hunting is not just a chase. It's a tense battle that doesn't allow for even a moment's rest. Hassan and I made our way along the mountainside to continue our journey, and we were fortunate to come across another group of hunters active in the area. They were chasing a herd of wild boars hidden on the green hills ahead. If you enjoy this story and want to keep exploring this thrilling hunt, don't forget to leave a comment with the number 2 to share your thoughts. Without hesitation, Hassan and I decided to join forces and encircle our targets. As the animals rushed out of the brush in a panic, we immediately gave chase, taking down one after another. We were so immersed in the hunt, the sound of gunshots and the thrill of the chase, that we completely lost track of time. It wasn't until we were preparing to leave that we realized we had taken down nearly a dozen wild boars. The wild boars ran for their lives, but not all of them were fast or lucky enough to escape our shots. Looking at our trophies, I couldn't help but think of a delicious lunch ahead. A wild boar roast feast with the distinctive spicy flavors of the Kazokila Mountains. A successful hunt and a fantastic meal were waiting for us. That afternoon, we enjoyed a fantastic wild boar feast at a small village. Instead of heading back to the mountains, we decided to change course and head towards the vast fields nearby for more hunting. We stood still, observing and listening carefully for any signals from the hunting dogs. We kept moving steadily, carefully closing in on our prey. Then suddenly, a massive wild boar charged at us with incredible speed, forcing me to react instantly. I fired several shots, but the beast kept running. Luckily, it eventually collapsed in the middle of the field. On the way back, that familiar figure appeared again, and we immediately gave chase. This time, Hassan wanted to try something different, hunting wild boar from the vehicle. The boar was running fast. From a considerable distance, Hassan fired 2 shots and successfully brought the target down. With all that we had accomplished on this unexpected trip, I was truly satisfied and already looking forward to the next adventure. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. In the vast fields of Koroyu, Turkey, locals have long whispered about terrifying monsters that could attack humans at any moment. Do you know what these monsters are? They are none other than the aggressive wild boars. Today, leave a comment with the number 5 and join us as we follow elite hunters on a mission to track down these massive wild boars and protect the local community from danger. Wild boars are omnivorous, highly adaptable creatures that play a vital role in the ecosystem. However, when their numbers grow uncontrollably, they become a serious threat to humans. They destroy crops, attack people, and even spread diseases. To mitigate these risks, humans have no choice but to hunt them. Our reliable companions on this hunt are the smart and courageous hunting dogs. The winter landscape here is barren and desolate, with golden brown grass and bare trees. The wild boars could be hiding anywhere, lurking in the shadows, ready to charge if we let our guard down. We climb to a higher position to get a better view, staying ever vigilant. Look, something is moving in the distance. A wild boar is charging at full speed, closely pursued by a determined hunting dog. This is going to be an intense chase. It has entered the edge of the forest, and we must act quickly. Everything is set, and we wait for the boar to enter our sights. A precise shot brings the wild boar down. It becomes a worthy trophy, and the hunting dogs rush in with excitement. Oh, a herd of wild boars is moving below us. A gunshot shatters the silence. Although they run fast, they can't escape our sights. In the vast wilderness, thick bushes obstructed our view, forcing us to stay highly focused. Spotting the target was one thing, but tracking its every move was another crucial challenge. The boar sensed the danger and began to flee. We pulled the trigger. A gunshot echoed, but unfortunately, the bullet missed its mark. The boar escaped. Hunting wild boars is no easy task. To catch these creatures, we patiently waited for the monsters to show themselves. With years of hunting experience, our professional hunter predicted their movements and was ready to fire. The moment the herd came into view, we zeroed in with intense concentration. The boars seemed unaware of the lurking danger and kept getting closer. The hunter took a few extra seconds to carefully aim, ensuring a precise shot. Immediately he fired, successfully bringing the target down. Our hunting journey continued across the vast, wild fields. We stayed alert, scanning the surroundings. The wild boars were certainly hiding somewhere nearby. There, fire! After a series of shots, several boars were brought down. We followed the winding paths, relentlessly pursuing the massive wild boars. In the rugged terrain with dense vegetation obstructing our view, we used drone technology to get a clearer perspective. A herd of wild boars was spotted in the distance. They were running fast. Hunting these invasive creatures is no easy task. There's no time to hesitate. Take it down now. After an intense and relentless hunt, we successfully protected the village and its people from the threat of these monstrous wild boars. Thank you for joining us on this hunting adventure. What do you think about this hunt? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to witness more thrilling hunts in the future. This weekend, Jackson invited me to California for a wild boar hunt. He often talks about the wild boars here and the devastating destruction they cause to the crops. That's why hunts like these are encouraged by the state authorities, and he usually hunts with friends. Without much thought, I packed my bags and came here to get ready for the hunt. Now, leave a comment with the number 1 to start this exciting journey together. Wild boars in California are causing significant negative impacts on the environment and the lives of locals. They not only invade residential areas, but also dig up grasslands, damage landscapes, and create a sense of unease. Additionally, wild boars destroy farmland, severely affecting crop yields and causing economic losses for farmers. To address this issue, the state government of California encourages hunters and farmers to participate in hunting to control the wild boar population.
Non mais franchement. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Early in the morning, we began moving toward the large field, where Jackson said wild boars often appeared. Sure enough, as the fog still clung to the mountaintops, we quickly spotted a herd of wild boars. They were leisurely foraging for food in the harvested rice fields. Their shiny black coats and massive bodies clearly showed they had been wreaking havoc on the crops all season. Carefully positioning the Ruger American .22 Magnum, I aimed for precision. My target was the fattest wild boar. The thought of bringing it down made my adrenaline surge. There was no time to hesitate. I squeezed the trigger and fired. The bullet hit the boar's side, clearly its weak spot, and it bolted away in sudden pain. It only managed to run a few meters. The precise shot had taken it down. The wild boar lay motionless in the field, probably weighing around 300 pounds. After a great start, our hunt continued toward the fields of Central California. We came across a herd of wild boars wandering near a small stream, slowly making their way through the dry grass. Their black fur made them stand out. Look, I even spotted a few large ones. Their size was not to be underestimated. It seemed like they sensed something. The herd quickly bolted and disappeared behind the rows of trees. A few minutes later, we chased them down and took down a massive black boar. With a single precise shot, it rolled down the hillside and was brought down. Leave a comment with the number 2 to share your thoughts on the dramatic moment when we took down this giant wild boar. As expected, hunting wild boars in California was an incredible experience. I had taken down the crop-destroying monsters. With the truck swaying, we made our way to the grasslands to search for more targets. It wasn't hard to spot the wild boars, as they appeared quite comfortably in the dry grass. This time, Jackson pointed out the target he wanted to take down. It was the largest wild boar in the herd. It was running, but still in a favorable position. The first shot hit its side. It staggered, but kept trying to chase after the herd. Without hesitation, I adjusted my rifle and took a second shot. This time, it hit the target again. However, this massive boar was not easy to bring down. I had to take a third shot to finish it off completely. Watching the wild boar roll down the hillside, I knew I had accomplished my goal, securing a big trophy. The boar had gray fur covered in mud. Perhaps it often wallowed in the mud to cool off from the scorching sun. It was terrifyingly large, with thick skin and impressive tusks. In today's hunt, we had taken down quite a few wild boars, most of them large and impressive. But we weren't stopping there. We still wanted to bring down more wild boars. Beneath the trees, a herd of wild boars was feeding and silently moving across the path. The lead boar was still the largest in the group. It moved slowly, unaware of the impending danger. It was the perfect opportunity. I could face it directly. Without making Jackson wait, I raised my rifle and aimed at close range. A precise shot was no challenge for me. The boar was hit and, in a panic, ran up the hillside. It couldn't escape. Just a few minutes later, we saw the massive creature lying motionless. The long tusks and enormous size were the first things I noticed about these wild boars. It would surely take us quite some time to process them. My hunt only lasted a day, but what I achieved surpassed all expectations. This truly was an impressive hunt. I didn't hesitate to tell Jackson that I was ready for the next hunting experience. Thank you all for joining me on this trip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next video. After harvesting the crops, the local farmers and I organized a wild boar hunt. We all knew well the destruction these wild boars cause here, as many of last season's crops had been ruined by them. The damage caused by the wild boars was a constant headache for farmers. Therefore, we were even more determined to eliminate these crop-destroying creatures. Leave a comment with the number 0 and join us on this journey. Wild boars reproduce at an incredibly fast rate. Each sow can give birth to dozens of piglets. Within a few months, these piglets grow into a herd of adult boars, each weighing hundreds of kilograms. It's easy to imagine the chaos that unfolds when this herd invades the fields. They not only graze and destroy crops, but also cause serious damage to the ecosystem. Their waste also creates many problems for humans. In recent years, wild boars have frequently ventured into the city, where they can easily find food. As a result, farmers and hunters like us must make every effort to protect our property. On today's hunt, in addition to farmers, there were also professional hunters. The group quickly made their way toward the mountain, and immediately the wild boars panicked and scattered. Wild boars live in herds, so we could easily determine their direction. With the support of experienced hunters, a series of gunshots rang out, targeting the herd charging up the mountain. Despite their fear, they still tried to follow the lead boar. This is typical behavior for wild boars. Thanks to our close coordination, nearly 10 wild boars were brought down. The power of teamwork is truly something not to be underestimated. From the dry grass, a herd of wild boars scattered in panic. Leading the charge was a sow, followed by piglets struggling to keep up. We always aim to eliminate the sows because they are the primary cause of the wild boar population increase. A single sow can give birth to dozens of piglets, and each year, the wild boar population grows significantly. The sound of gunshots echoed throughout the mountains. The wild boars weaved through the thick grass but couldn't escape the relentless pursuit. Within minutes, one after another, the boars fell. Amid the chaos of gunshots and barking dogs, a herd of wild boars was flushed out of its hiding place. Dozens of wild boars, led by the leader, began to cross the hills. Leave a comment with the number 2 to share your feelings about this thrilling wild boar chase. We couldn't miss this great opportunity, so we immediately raised our rifles and aimed at the herd, firing. A few were brought down, but the rest quickly escaped. Several wild boars were separated from the group, so we carefully took aim at them as well. Determined to eliminate the wild boars, we chased them across the mountains. The herd had been significantly reduced in number, but they still kept running. It was a long journey. We didn't give up until we had eliminated every last one. In this remote countryside, wild boars often venture close to residential areas in search of food. We chose a secluded spot to set up an ambush. Suddenly, from a distance, I spotted a wild boar charging down the mountainside. Its sleek fur, muscular body, and speed made it look like the wind itself. Feeling the excitement, I quickly focused all my attention on the target. Aiming carefully, I squeezed the trigger. The gunshot echoed in the quiet space. The wild boar fell with the first shot. Though we were quite exhausted, we continued to track the target. We all hoped to bring down as many boars as possible. The tension and desire to win never diminished with each step. From the mountaintop, I scanned the distance, searching for signs of the prey. It wasn't hard to spot a few wild boars running for their lives on the other side of the mountain. They weren't many, but each one was massive, plump, and had the intimidating black fur. These wild boars were not only strong but also extremely dangerous, always ready to attack at any moment. After a few minutes of careful observation, I signaled to my team, and the chase began. Despite the distance, with many years of experience, I was able to aim and shoot accurately. Each time I brought down a wild boar, the excitement grew. When the wild boars ran into the dense forest, we didn't hesitate to follow. Carefully spotting one hiding, I chose the perfect angle and fired. One afternoon, we managed to hunt quite a few wild boars. Most of them were large, with some being absolutely massive, which excited everyone. After the hunt, I had a lot of fun and a fantastic experience. Although the wild boar population in our area is still large, I believe that with our efforts, we will soon have control over their numbers. Thank you for following this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. See you on the next hunt. At my house, every time night falls, strange sounds from deep within the forest send chills down our spines. It's the wild boars, uninvited invaders, relentlessly destroying my family's small garden. Today, a few friends and I have planned a night hunt in a nearby wild valley. What will we bring back from this hunt? Leave a comment with the number 1 and join me on this thrilling and wild adventure. Late in the afternoon, we drove into the valley, following a narrow dirt path filled with rocks and gravel that had been washed away by the rain from the night before, making the journey more challenging. Before us was the peaceful sight of green meadows, with zebras and ostriches roaming, searching for food. The sky gradually darkened, and the heavy air seemed to signal an approaching storm, but that didn't shake our determination. It wasn't until around 7:30 p.m., when the darkness thickened around the forest, that the first wild boars began to appear. They were impressive in size, with thick, dark gray fur and long snouts, always alert to any unusual sounds around them. In the light drizzle, we silently watched as the wild boars moved closer to the trap and cautiously began to feed. Waiting for the right moment, I quickly fired at the boar in the most favorable position. The gunshot sent the wild boars into a panic, scattering in all directions. We immediately adjusted our rifles and continued searching for a target in the darkness of the forest. Another wild boar slowly emerged from the brush. I squeezed the trigger. The gunshot brought it down on the spot. Tonight's hunt was truly wild. The rain made everything more difficult, but we persisted, determined to bring down the prey in our sights. Luckily, the rain quickly stopped, leaving behind a cool and serene atmosphere. We decided to move to another location, a large meadow nearby. In the pitch-black night, the herd of cattle was resting, creating a peaceful scene. But not long after, we spotted something unexpected. Do you see it? Not just one, but many massive wild boars were standing among the cattle. These wild boars could weigh up to 200 kilo. With their aggressive nature, they weren't afraid to confront other animals. I aimed at the largest wild boar, held the rifle steady, squeezed the trigger, and brought down one boar after another. With each shot, we had to focus on accuracy, ensuring we took down as many as possible. The dense herd of wild boars panicked and scattered, making it harder to aim. At the same time, we had to be cautious not to accidentally hit the cattle. When the hunt ended, the ground was littered with the boars we had taken down, scattered all around. We quickly gathered our trophies and lined them up for inventory. Although we had taken down many, the number of boars that escaped still remained large, leaving us with a sense of regret. Our goal didn't stop there. Determined to hunt even larger wild boars, we climbed into the truck bed, scanning the area for prey. One of the weapons I had carefully prepared was a speaker, emitting a special sound. The realistic sound from the speaker not only piqued the boars' curiosity, but also drew them closer. Look, a wild boar quickly moved through the grass, heading toward us. It was massive, with dark skin and fur, its bright red eyes glowing under the lights. Though it was slightly cautious, its curiosity kept it moving closer. When it reached the ideal distance, I fired the first shot, aiming straight for its head. However, the wild boar didn't fall. The second and third shots rang out one after another. It still struggled and tried to escape. Only with the fifth shot did I finally bring the prey down. The trophy made us extremely excited. What? Really? It seemed that this hunting experiment had exceeded our expectations. Not only the sound, but also the light from the headlights attracted even more wild boars. We continued to lie in ambush, taking down a few more, all drawn in by the sound I created. This was truly the most unique and exciting night hunting experience I've ever had. It was late, but we kept at it, determined to bring down a few more wild boars. The massive dark shapes casually foraged for food in the field, unintentionally moving into our sights. Once the target was in range, I quickly fired. The sound of gunshots echoed, sending the wild boars into a panic as they fled. However, our group of hunters didn't let them escape. We all carefully adjusted our rifles, determined to take down the entire herd. Hey, what did you get, buddy? Those precise shots helped us take down several large boars, a great achievement. In the quiet of the night, we worked tirelessly to eliminate the wild boars, helping to reduce the damage they caused to local farmers. However, as the night grew later, exhaustion began to set in. We realized it was time to end the hunt. The gunshots gradually became fewer, and perhaps the wild boars were too frightened to return. The hunt ended with a proud result, bringing the joy of a successful night hunt. The last gunshots faded, and the countryside returned to its usual quiet. Despite the many challenges, teamwork and perseverance helped us achieve our goal. This was truly a memorable experience. Crazy, but exciting. Thank you for following along. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. The sun had just risen, and the morning mist still clung to the leaves. But the tranquility of the village was shattered. Wild boar tracks marked the dirt road, leading straight to the devastated gardens. The herd had come in the dead of night, rampaging through everything in their path. We had had enough. It was time to strike back. The hunting team quickly gathered, checked their weapons, and finalized the plan. Today, not a single wild boar was going to leave this place. The boars invading residential areas were not just a safety concern. They also caused serious economic, environmental, and public health impacts. To minimize the risks, locals need to report wild boar sightings to authorities immediately, avoid direct contact, and take appropriate preventive measures. Following the tracks, we chased a herd of wild boars that were destroying the cornfields. As we got closer, they fled, disappearing into the thick brush. Their location had been pinpointed. We surrounded them and pushed them out of their hiding place. Weapons ready, targets in sight. The team fired. Perfect. A strong start. These were excellent trophies. However, our main hunting area wasn't the field, but a nearby hill. Fresh tracks indicated that another herd of boars had just sneaked into the area. From the tower on the hill, I adjusted the scope and scanned the surroundings. There they were, the wild boars we were chasing. We couldn't let them escape. Have you ever chased wild boars to hunt them? If you have, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a 0. Hello everyone. Namibia has a large population of giraffes, estimated to be between 12,000 and 15,000 across the country. These magnificent creatures are commonly found in the northern regions, particularly in Elsa National Park, as well as in community conservancies and private game reserves. Although giraffes are often seen as majestic icons of the wild, they are still occasionally hunted in Namibia. On average, about 100 to 150 giraffes are legally hunted each year under strict regulations aimed at wildlife management and conservation. But could this controversial practice be tied to deeper economic interests, like supporting local communities through trophy hunting tourism? Leave comment number 1 to explore this topic further, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. To effectively address the challenges posed by giraffes in Namibia, a strict management system is in place for hunting these animals. Around 300 to 400 hunters are registered annually to hunt giraffes in Namibia, with this number varying based on specific conservation needs and population control measures. Hunters typically use large caliber rifles, such as the .375 HH or larger, favored for their ability to deliver a quick and humane kill due to the giraffe's size and thick skin. In addition to rifles, some hunters opt for bows, particularly compound bows with a draw weight of at least 70 pounds, designed to penetrate the giraffe's thick skin and reach vital organs. The choice between a rifle and a bow reflects personal preference and factors related to skill and hunting philosophy. Have you ever hunted giraffes? If so, leave a comment with number 2. If not, leave a comment with number 0. The giraffe hunting season in Namibia typically runs from May to September, coinciding with the dry season when giraffes congregate around water sources, making them easier to track and hunt. Hunters usually travel in small groups of 2 to 4 people, often accompanied by a professional hunting guide who is familiar with the terrain and giraffe behavior. The group dynamic not only enhances safety, but also ensures adherence to ethical hunting practices. To legally hunt giraffes in Namibia, hunters must possess the necessary permits and certifications. These include a general hunting license, a special permit for giraffe hunting, and in some cases, an export permit if the hunter plans to export any part of the animal out of the country. The legal hunting age for giraffes is typically set at 18 years or older, ensuring that hunters are recognized as adults and capable of understanding the responsibilities and risks associated with hunting large animals. When hunters in Namibia spot a giraffe, the first step is to carefully observe the animal, assessing its size, age, and condition to determine if it meets the legal and ethical criteria for hunting. Typically, giraffes that stand between 10 to 18 feet tall and weigh between 1,600 to 3,000 pounds are considered suitable for hunting, with an emphasis on targeting older male giraffes that have passed their breeding years. After the hunt, hunters are required to submit a detailed report to the Ministry of Forestry, Fisheries, and the Environment of Namibia. This data also helps make informed decisions about future hunting quotas and overall giraffe population management in Namibia. What do you think about this method? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share your perspective in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. In addition to giraffes, wild boars have also become a serious problem in both California and Florida. These animals are known for their destructive foraging behavior, disturbing agricultural areas, forests, and even suburban neighborhoods. They damage crops like corn, wheat, and soybeans, causing significant losses for farmers. The estimated annual damage caused by these animals exceeds $15 billion. Are you ready to join us in exploring the wild boar hunt? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. The decline in crop yields not only affects farmers' profits, but also has a broader impact on food supply and prices in the region. So, what specific policies have Florida and California implemented to address this growing threat? Let's explore the strategies and solutions each state has adopted to manage and reduce the wild boar population. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on this important issue. In Florida, many hunters prefer hunting wild boars with bows and arrows due to the unique challenge and quiet nature of bow hunting. The state's dense forests and swamps provide ideal conditions for close-range hunting, where bow hunting excels. Additionally, bow hunting is often viewed as a more ethical and traditional method, requiring skill and patience, which attracts many hunters in the area. Did you know that hunters in Florida must still follow regulations when hunting wild boars? Wild boars are considered an invasive species in Florida, meaning there are no closed hunting seasons or population limits. However, hunters still must adhere to all state regulations. As such, hunters are required to have a valid Florida hunting license and, if hunting in specific areas, a management area permit. These licenses ensure that hunting is conducted legally and sustainably. What type of bow do you think offers the best balance between power and accuracy when hunting wild boars in Florida? Hunters in Florida often use bows for their strength and accuracy, typically with a draw weight ranging from 50 to 70 lbs, providing enough power to penetrate the thick skin of wild boars and reach vital organs. Crossbows, which are becoming increasingly popular, usually have a draw weight between 150 to 200 lbs, making them ideal for hunters who require a more stable shooting platform. In addition, vehicles typically chosen to navigate rough terrain are powerful models that perform well on difficult roads. Large trucks and SUVs equipped with 4x4 drivetrains are popular choices. These vehicles not only provide excellent traction and strong towing capability, but also ensure safety and stability when traveling through challenging routes, from rocky terrain to muddy paths. Vehicles like large trucks and SUVs equipped with four-wheel drive systems not only offer powerful performance, but are also designed to optimize visibility and protection in rugged environments. This highlights that selecting the right equipment not only boosts efficiency in hunting activities, but also plays a crucial role in ensuring safety and success during exploration trips. Not stopping there, nighttime hunts are continuously organized, demonstrating a commendable determination to protect their agriculture. These hunts typically start around 10 p.m. and last until 2 a.m. Hunters chase wild boars using vehicles, and after each night, they can harvest a significant number of boars. Poor lighting conditions are the biggest challenge in nighttime hunting. Therefore, to hunt wild boars humanely and efficiently, as well as handle their carcasses, hunters must fully understand and adhere to government regulations. This not only helps control the wild boar population effectively, but also ensures that the process does not negatively impact the ecological balance. What do you think about hunting wild boars with vehicles? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to support us. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos.
Hello everyone! With a population reaching 12 million, primarily concentrated in Texas, Komodo dragons have demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt and thrive in various environments, becoming a common nuisance. The rapid spread of Komodo dragons across different states underscores the urgent need for effective management strategies. Before diving into these management strategies, it's important to understand the challenges posed by these formidable reptiles. The arrival of Komodo dragons in the United States has caused substantial economic and environmental damage, with one of the most severe consequences being the harm to livestock. leading to annual losses estimated at $100 million. These formidable predators pose a serious threat, and their attacks on livestock have placed a significant financial strain on farmers and ranchers, worsening their economic challenges. Beyond the economic damage, this situation also presents a direct risk to human safety. The rising number of reports of attacks on civilians has heightened concerns about public safety, underscoring the urgent need for preventive measures. Moreover, Komodo dragons have disturbed local ecosystems by preying on wildlife, causing a decline in native species. This disruption has upset the ecological balance and poses a significant threat to biodiversity. The ecological impact of Komodo dragons goes beyond their hunting prowess. Their burrowing habits and modification of habitats also play a role in environmental degradation. Far from being passive scavengers, these reptiles actively hunt and ambush live prey, utilizing their stealth and powerful bite. Their remarkable hunting abilities and preference for larger prey can drastically reduce the populations of these species, leading to further disruptions in the ecological balance. To tackle the challenges presented by Komodo dragons, several measures have been put in place, with hunting being one of the primary strategies. Firearm hunting is a widely used method, and it requires the proper licenses to ensure that the activities are regulated and carried out safely. Hunting with firearms offers an effective and timely approach to controlling the Komodo dragon population. The use of firearms enables hunters to swiftly and precisely target these invasive reptiles, greatly decreasing their numbers and mitigating their adverse effects on both local communities and ecosystems. However, firearm hunting also presents safety risks and legal challenges. Safety is a major concern as improper handling of firearms can result in accidents, injury, or even death. Moreover, the legal framework for firearm hunting is intricate, with numerous regulations and restrictions that hunters must navigate. This often involves obtaining specific licenses and complying with strict guidelines to ensure that hunting activities are both legal and safe.
Mantap guys.
To effectively address the problems caused by Komodo dragons, it is vital to implement comprehensive and ethical management strategies. This involves strict regulation of hunting practices, extensive community education, and proactive measures for managing their habitats. Such approaches are key to reducing the negative impact of Komodo dragons, while ensuring the safety of both humans and the dragons in regions where these apex predators are present. Hello everyone, the current estimated population of elephants in the United States is around 10,000. These magnificent animals are mostly located in states like Florida, Georgia, and Idaho, where they tend to congregate in sizable groups. Gaining a deeper understanding of their distribution and behaviors is essential for developing a captivating and educational agricultural documentary that explores their influence and interactions in these regions. Today, join us as we dive into the significant challenges posed by elephants and uncover practical strategies for managing these majestic giants. Be sure to leave a number 1 to show your excitement and support. In the United States, elephants have led to substantial agricultural losses, with the financial impact reaching up to $12 million annually. These majestic animals, though awe-inspiring, present a serious threat to farming communities. Crops like corn, wheat, and various fruits are especially susceptible to elephant damage. The destruction of these crops not only disrupts the local economy, but also jeopardizes the livelihoods of many farmers who depend on these harvests for their food and income. The movement of elephants has caused major traffic disruptions, resulting in severe congestion. These large creatures can unexpectedly wander onto roads, leading to traffic jams. Their presence on highways not only inconveniences drivers, but also presents significant safety risks for motorists. The unexpected presence of such large animals can lead to accidents, putting human lives at risk. Simultaneously, the elephants themselves face the danger of injury or death from collisions with vehicles. These encounters underscore the urgent need for effective strategies to manage elephant movements, ensuring the safety of both motorists and these magnificent creatures. Addressing the growing elephant population in the United States has prompted the exploration of various control measures, including the use of firearms. To ensure safety and responsibility, strict licensing requirements for firearm use have been established. These regulations guarantee that only qualified individuals who have completed formal training and undergone thorough background checks are authorized to use firearms in managing elephant-related concerns. This approach seeks to strike a balance between the urgent need to protect human lives and property, and the responsibility to ensure that firearms are used safely and ethically. The use of firearms to manage the elephant population in the United States presents several advantages. such as providing a swift and efficient way to address immediate threats while maintaining control over the population. Firstly, it offers a quick response to imminent threats, ensuring that any dangerous encounters with elephants can be promptly addressed. This rapid intervention is vital for safeguarding human lives and reducing the likelihood of severe injuries.
Again?
The use of firearms can quickly mitigate risks to both people and property, as it enables the swift removal of an aggressive or dangerously close elephant. By addressing the threat immediately, firearms help reduce the potential for accidents and property damage, enhancing the safety and security of the communities affected. However, using firearms to manage the elephant population also carries significant drawbacks. There are major ethical concerns and animal welfare issues linked to this approach. Elephants are intelligent, social creatures, and hunting them raises ethical dilemmas, often provoking strong outrage and criticism from animal rights organizations. Additionally, in densely populated or agricultural regions, the use of firearms can unintentionally harm other wildlife, pets, or even humans, increasing the risks associated with this method. Moreover, reliance on firearms can escalate conflicts, provoking more aggressive behavior from elephants and creating a vicious cycle of violence that hinders long-term management efforts. As a result, while firearms might provide a quick fix for immediate threats, the wider consequences highlight the necessity for more humane and sustainable solutions to address the elephant population and ensure lasting peace between humans and wildlife. Balancing safety with humane treatment of elephants requires a thoughtful approach. While firearms offer an immediate solution, they raise ethical concerns and risks of unintended harm. Non-lethal methods like tranquilizers and relocation, combined with habitat management and community engagement, can help reduce conflict and promote coexistence. These strategies provide a more sustainable and ethical way to manage elephant populations while ensuring safety. Therefore, it's essential to create strategies that both reduce the damage caused by elephants and prioritize their welfare, fostering sustainable coexistence between humans and elephants. What are your thoughts on using firearms to manage elephant populations? If you have ideas for more effective and humane ways to protect these magnificent creatures, please share them in the comments below. We encourage you to share this video with your friends and family to help raise awareness. Don't forget to follow our channel for more engaging and informative content. Your insights and support mean the world to us.
Wow.
Got you?
Hello everyone! In today's video, we witness some intense moments on the railway tracks, where even a small mistake can lead to catastrophic consequences. The video also emphasizes the importance of always staying alert for animals, especially near railway crossings, as buffaloes don't understand train horns. Strengthening signage and safety fences near animal-prone areas is crucial. Particularly when driving near areas with livestock, leave comment number 1 to always slow down and pay attention. The video shows the moment a Brideline train collides with a car in North Miami Beach. Have you ever been stuck near train tracks? Always stay alert and follow signals to avoid disasters like this. Don't let mobile devices ruin your trip. I've watched it over and over, and I can't help but think how lucky the driver was to quickly escape the car as an SUV sped towards the train in a reckless high-speed maneuver. Never think your car is faster than the speed of the first train. At the Glazeb Festival in Zouk, Indonesia, people were lucky to get off the tracks before the collision happened. Their quick reflexes might have saved their lives. Have you ever had to quickly escape a dangerous situation? Your train ride home will be delayed for hours as a cow lies under the train, causing an unavoidable disruption. What do you think about this? Who is responsible, the train or the animal? If you think the train is at fault, leave comment number 2. Watching a train crash into a car is a heart-stopping moment. The force of the train hitting the car is immense, as we can see in the video of flooded tracks. This serves as a reminder of the tremendous power of trains and the importance of never ignoring signals. A train car caught fire, oh my. A truck got stuck on the tracks, and 2 trains crashed into it, causing it to catch fire in Bryan. Never stop on the tracks. An incredible moment when a train accident in Texas was captured on camera. Have you ever spent a lot of money to repair your car due to a collision with livestock instead of another vehicle? A driver ignored a red light and the barriers, nearly causing a disaster in Chattanooga. Always follow traffic signals, especially near railroad tracks. Have you ever ignored a warning signal while driving? What happened? Specific warning signs are placed near livestock grazing areas with messages like cattle crossing or watch for livestock, urging drivers to slow down and stay alert. This is also considered a humane and protective measure. Colliding with an elk is much more dangerous than hitting livestock due to their size and height. Their weight makes it easy for them to fall onto the car's hood, causing severe structural damage and potentially serious injuries. If you see this on the road, call emergency services immediately. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more amazing moments coming up. In the 1990s, a research facility in Arizona called the Desert Wildlife Laboratory conducted groundbreaking studies to stimulate the growth of native lizard species. The goal was to explore their ecological impact, but the experiment failed, causing the reptiles to double in size. The failed experiment in Arizona left a significant lesson about ecological intervention. Leave comment number 1 to see how these lizards developed. These creatures can reach speeds of up to 25 mph, becoming more dangerous, and will attack humans if threatened, consuming up to 50 pounds of animal carcasses and trash daily. Their presence has contaminated over 4,000 acres of agricultural land, leading to severe pollution of water and soil. The damage to agricultural production exceeds $30 million, with no clear solution in sight. By 2000, the U.S. government launched a hunting effort to control the explosion of giant lizard species in Arizona. Wildlife officials closely monitored the reptiles and determined that hunters should maintain a distance of at least 100 yards to avoid danger. In swampy areas, hunting dogs are often used to assist in tracking, but hunters must be extremely cautious. The lizard's powerful tail can knock down anyone who gets too close. Hunters are advised to stay away from the wetlands in eastern Arizona, as the terrain there increases the risk of encountering lizards and sudden attacks. The safety of hunters is a top priority when hunting lizards, and obtaining a permit is not easy. Only individuals between the ages of 21 and 50 with no criminal record are eligible. They must complete a 6-month hunting course, learning from experienced hunters. The training costs around $2,500, making it a serious commitment. Only 150 licensed hunters are allowed to participate each hunting season, which runs from June to September. The harsh desert environment of Arizona requires hunters to be in good physical condition, and hunting on rainy days should be avoided due to the dangerous swampy terrain. Hunting together for support is a viable option. In many hunting trips, investigations by the Arizona Game Fund have revealed that using cover improved hunters' chances of success by reducing the lizard's ability to detect their presence. The success rate increased to 80% with each hunt. Have you ever hunted this species? If so, leave comment number 2. If not, leave number 5. Hunters often use high-powered AR-15 rifles, capable of firing up to 10 rounds at once, equipped with advanced binoculars. This equipment allows for maximum efficiency, enabling hunters to take down up to 5 lizards per day. Thanks to modern technology, the government reduced the lizard population from 10,000 to between 3,000 and 3,500 in just a few months in Arizona.
Mantap. Headset. Mantap. Langsung terkapar. Mantap. Headset. Mantap. Kena, Bang.
Hunters are only allowed to operate in areas specified on their permits, such as the Sonoran Desert and the Superstition Mountains, where there is a large lizard population. Those who violate hunting seasons can face heavy fines of up to $5,000. Hunters are encouraged to stay updated on policy changes through the official Arizona Fish and Game Department website.
Tambahin mana? Tambahin mana?
Mantap, Jos Gondos.
At the end of the hunting season in Arizona, hunters are required to report their activities to authorities, adding urgency and responsibility to the process. Clear regulations prohibit catching lizards by hand, especially in dangerous swamp areas near the Colorado River. Hunters are advised to study the behavior of lizards in these areas to avoid dangerous encounters. Safety is paramount, and compliance with these regulations is essential to prevent accidents. It's quite astonishing. Do you think these lizards would be eaten by humans? Only certain species of lizards are allowed to be consumed, and they must be hunted in managed areas like the Sonoran Desert. Lizards weighing over 100 pounds are not allowed for consumption due to health concerns, and must be disposed of during the hunting season. Hunters are only allowed to handle up to 50 pounds of meat, and everything must be approved by the Arizona Department of Health before consumption. If you have any information on measures to deal with lizards, leave a comment below to help build a safe hunting organization. Comment number 3, if you think the United States method of handling lizards is reasonable. Stay tuned for the next content. Based on experience, it takes a skilled hunter at least 3 years to understand the tracks and behavior of their prey. The dry grass up ahead isn't just grass, it's a sign that a massive invasive species recently passed through. Right now, a black bear is about 300 yards away, busy foraging for berries, but with just a shift in the wind or one careless step, it could vanish in an instant. At that distance, using binoculars to track the bear's every move is key to a successful hunt. Are you ready to dive into the adventure, where every hunt is a thrilling game of wits between hunter and animal? If you're ready, drop a comment with the number 1. Continuing the journey, the hunters spot a flock of wild turkeys to the southeast, foraging among the low brush. Turkeys are a symbol of both Native American heritage and early settlers, as well as a valuable source of food, high in protein and low in fat. However, by law, turkey hunting is only permitted during the spring and fall seasons in order to protect the population of the species. The hunter grips the rifle tightly and lies low. This is the moment of truth. A massive musk ox, its thick coat rippling in the wind, stands ahead. With sheer power and a fierce protective instinct, it can take down any threat if it feels provoked. In Germany, only hunters aged 18 and over are permitted to hunt this invasive species. But here's the real question: does age truly matter? Or is it courage that defines a true hunter? What do you think? Before I finished watching the video, I thought the hunter had missed the chance to take down the prey when the goat turned away. But the two hunters didn't let the opportunity slip. A single, precise shot ended it cleanly. This is the kind of hunting style that many consider humane. Still, it's just as important to protect yourself. Make sure to wear proper safety gear and slip-resistant boots when moving through the mountains. These are rare moments that few people ever get to witness. This video was captured by hunters as the decisive moment approached and the tension hit its peak. Bow or rifle? Which weapon will take down the powerful baboon? Baboons can run up to 35 miles per hour when they sense danger, so finding the right hiding spot is crucial to avoid being spotted. Hunting buffalo isn't just about finding one, it's about tracking the whole herd. Buffalo are a dangerous, invasive species that move in groups. Great shot. That's why you should never go alone. Your shot has to be accurate enough to take down the target without alarming the entire herd. If they detect you, you might not get a second chance. Amazing shot. It only takes a few seconds to witness a moment like this. But how long did the hunter work to make it happen? Have you ever been on a buffalo hunt? If yes, drop a 2 in the comments. If not, drop a 0. The male deer stands less than 30 yards away, its large antlers rising from the forest floor. But something feels off. A fawn suddenly moves behind it. Do you think it will succeed in taking down the fawn? However, according to the law, it is illegal to hunt fawns. The lion roars, clinging to the tree, trying to reach the prize it senses from afar. But this isn't a random meal. It's a carefully prepared bait. Everything seems to fail as it hesitates, but then another male lion appears. In South Africa, lion hunting is legal but tightly regulated. The government permits the hunting of around 150 lions each year, primarily in private reserves, to control the population when they begin attacking cities.
Okay, whoa. We'll come behind us. Good shot. Wait. Okay.
The hunter, who had carefully prepared for tonight's hunt, uses a sound-emitting device to attract red foxes, an invasive species commonly found in Australia. While there is no specific information on the year this device was invented, it has received positive reviews from the hunting community for its effectiveness in hunting red foxes, a species that causes approximately $300 million in damage each year. Teamwork is a huge advantage in hunting. Watch as 3 to 5 hunters coordinate closely to take down a massive elephant, many times larger than they are. Let's go. But one important thing to note is that they're not wearing bright-colored clothes. Instead, they choose gray outfits that blend perfectly into the Zambesi environment. Every moment in this video is a testament to what hunters face, from precise shots to unexpected encounters. Comment on what impressed you the most. Become a champion. Hunting is not just a skill, it's a respect for nature. If you love these moments, hit like so you don't miss the next incredible hunting footage.
Congratulations. That was great. I'm glad you're here. Great shot. Thank you. That's a great hunt.
In October 2012, Hurricane Sandy hit New York, becoming one of the strongest storms in history with winds reaching 115 mph and severe flooding. The storm caused up to $65 billion in damage across the state, with agriculture alone suffering $42 million in losses in New York. Within 10 days after the storm, the forest vegetation was severely devastated, affecting the wild boar's natural food sources. Let's come together to protect the environment and support the recovery of vegetation after Hurricane Sandy. Leave a comment with the number 1 to learn how New Yorkers are dealing with wild boars. Over 2.5 million wild boars in New York flooded into cornfields in search of food. Notably, the storm occurred during their breeding season, increasing the level of destruction. Wild boars ravaged corn plants, breaking stalks and causing soil erosion. The growing damage caused by wild boars to crops and ecosystems has led to the widespread adoption of steel cage trapping as an effective management strategy. Traps for wild boars are only allowed to be set in suburban and rural areas, like the Adirondack Park and uninhabited regions. In contrast, trapping near residential areas, roads, and protected zones like Central Park and Harriman State Forest is prohibited. Hunters must be at least 16 years old, complete a safety training course, and pay a fee ranging from $22 to $100 to obtain a permit. Once the location is chosen, a large steel cage trap is set up. The trap typically has an automatic door mechanism that closes when triggered by the boar. Hunters or land managers typically lure wild boars with corn, fruit, or other foods that attract them. The corn bait is often mixed with sugar or syrup flavors, which can retain their scent for 24 to 48 hours, drawing boars from about 300 yards away. For a large trap, around 200 square feet, 50 to 60 pounds of corn are needed to ensure an adequate amount without wasting any. In the first trapping attempt after Hurricane Sandy, hunters captured 100 to 150 wild boars in a single session. Once the traps were set, wild boars were typically caught within 8 hours. Hunters need to constantly check the trap locations to handle the boars promptly. Wild boar hunters in New York must regularly update themselves on hunting regulations from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Have you ever trapped that many wild boars? If so, leave comment number 2 to share with everyone. Hunting pregnant wild boars or piglets is prohibited to protect ecological balance and ensure humane hunting practices. When setting steel cage traps for wild boars, hunters must choose traps that are at least 5 to 6 feet high to ensure the boars cannot jump out. The steel cage traps are designed to operate automatically using weight sensors or a door mechanism that is triggered when the boar steps inside, allowing the trap to function effectively regardless of weather conditions.
How many pounds that is?
Wild boar hunters are responsible for collecting the boars after they are trapped to prevent environmental contamination or attracting other animals to the area. After the storm season, hunters face greater challenges in moving and collecting wild boars due to flooded roads, muddy terrain, and fallen trees. The post-Hurricane Sandy cleanup campaign in 2012 recorded the heaviest wild boar in history, weighing 400 pounds. Wild boar meat is an excellent source of protein, with its quality highly regarded for being leaner and tastier than farmed pork. The meat is often prepared for various culinary purposes, such as roasting, making sausages, and stews. Some processors even smoke or cure the meat to preserve it. This careful process ensures that wild boars are used efficiently, respecting both the hunting activity and the culinary traditions it supports. Share your personal thoughts in the comments below so we can keep you updated with the latest information. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to continue watching videos about other hunting activities before diving deeper into wild boar hunting. Hello. In Australia, trapping wolves has been an essential tradition to protect farms. But at the end of 2022, everything changed. Farmers noticed unusually aggressive behavior in wolves, leading to the shocking discovery that rabies was emerging in them and spreading rapidly. Trapping activities were abruptly halted due to concerns that collecting and handling wolf carcasses could infect humans. This left farmers defenseless as the wolves became more aggressive and the damage increased. Leave comment number 1 to join us in finding safe and effective ways to solve this issue. The damage estimate soared to over $1.5 million due to the loss of livestock and pets caused by rabid wolves. Meanwhile, in Queensland, Australia, a population of captive red foxes, bred for pest control, escaped from a farm carrying scabies, a parasite that rapidly spreads to local livestock and wildlife. By early 2023, over 150 outbreaks had been reported.
Just relax.
In early 2018, the Australian government launched a major campaign against the invasive wolf population. Learning from past trapping confrontations, the government required hunters to operate at a safe distance of 350 feet to avoid danger. Great shot. This large-scale effort takes place annually from September to March, with winter being the peak season. During this time, exactly 300 hunters from across the country come together to face freezing conditions and rugged terrain. In the harsh northern territory of Australia, hunters are responsible for managing the wolf population, with the ability to control the damage they cause. At the renowned Arnhem Land Hunting Center, hunters undergo rigorous 3-month training, mastering precise shooting techniques, including the prone position essential for open terrain with little cover. This high-risk training pushes them to perfect each shot, honing critical instincts for conservation. With every skill learned, anticipation builds as each hunter prepares to make real-world decisions to protect Australia's fragile ecosystem. In the harsh winter of Australia, wolf hunting becomes more challenging due to severe weather conditions. Hunters must closely monitor weather forecasts, as sudden snowstorms can strike, especially in September when winds can reach speeds of up to 45 mm. The government provides hunters with tents that offer safe shelter during these storms. Working in teams is essential for increased safety. Thanks to responsible hunting, the wolf population in northern Australia has decreased from 4,200 to 2,800, helping stabilize Australia's livestock economy. If you agree with this wolf hunting method, leave comment number 3. In 2019, alongside dealing with millions of wolves, handling red foxes became an urgent issue in Australia by 2018. To address these invasions, certain areas in Australia allow controlled hunting in remote regions. Hunters must apply for a permit, costing around $30 to $45, and comply with strict local regulations. Additionally, to increase success rates, hunters invest in camouflage clothing and protective gear, often spending up to $500 just on equipment. However, due to ethical concerns, fox hunts must be reported to authorities once completed. Furthermore, responsible hunting control has helped reduce negative feedback from some communities that do not support hunting. These invasive species are carefully collected and humanely destroyed to prevent the spread of disease. For the safety of hunters, the use of such methods is restricted to prevent disease outbreaks. What do you think about how farmers are dealing with this invasive species? Leave a comment below. Are these efforts worthwhile? These approaches have been very effective in preventing the spread of certain invasive species. Do you have any ideas for better solutions? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss them together. Thank you for watching the full video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember to tell your friends about us so they can watch too. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.